She's got your back. Brighed comes up just a couple seconds behind you. Okay. The goblin says, 9 hells! And smacks the backpack again and puts out the flames. He throws his hands up for a second and goes, Fine! Fine, you can have it all! I don't care! Here, in fact, take my money too! And throws this money pouch out toward you, and it explodes. Are you both within... I'm looking at a blast zone around... Yeah. You're both going to get caught in it. I need dexterity. No, I need constitution saving throws.
I get a 14.
Okay.
7.
Is that total?
Yeah.
Okay. When he throws the bag up in the air, you see that goblin grin on his fucking face. I mean, he's got these goggles on, right? He's got little wisps of hair like growing out of his face and all. It's kind of Yoda-esque mixed with Master from Master Blaster. And, fine, here, take my money too! And throws it up in the air. And when he throws it, it looks like he might have had like a flint ring on or something. And takes it off and goes, click! And you see the sparks on a little fucking wick come out, and the bag blows up. The gold pieces or the money or whatever's in the bag, it's effectively like a claymore, like a landmine. It's blowing out from where he is, and covers an area. You can't really dodge it because it's point blank on both of you. That's why I had Constitution saving throws. Steve, Hugor, you said a 16.
Mm-hmm.
You did save, so you take 10 points of piercing damage.
No, it was a 14, sorry.
A 14?
Yes.
Okay. You take 20 points of piercing damage. Brighed, you take 20 points of piercing damage. And as that bag was flying out of his hand, before the flash and then all the shrapnel came in, you saw that half-tooth-filled mouth grin. Ah! And that bag went out. Boom! Adar, Tahlia, you both hear an explosion, and in fact, even the ogre goes, and looks over that way. Like everything just stops for a second, because that wasn't a fireball blast, but by damn, that blast came from the Death Star. That's the goblin. No, that's not the goblin's turn. He does that, and then he's like, peace, bitches! And he goes, 5, 10, 15, 20. I will give you, Brighed, an attack of opportunity at disadvantage. I'm a dick. What do you want to argue? I can see you're wanting to argue.
Oh, no. I'm actually not plotted out my next move.
Okay.
I'm grinning because I know what I'm going to do.
All right, bet.
All right. So that would be disadvantage. I rolled a 10 and a 9. So that would be a 17. I assume I hit. And it was 8 points of damage.
Was it a specialty shot, or was it just a? It's a reaction, so it's just a normal shot
with my bow.
Okay.
And
you put one. You take an arrow, and even though that shit just cut your face all up and your chest up and all that, I mean, that was a massive blow you took. Being the Hawkeye type bitch you are, half blinded, bloodied, and all that shit, you still get an arrow shot off, and it goes through the goblin's left thigh and actually pierces into his right one and drops him on the ground. It's like you have actually kebabbed his legs with one of your arrows. Okay? Yes. He's definitely incapacitated at this point.
My goal.
But he's alive. But he's on the ground screaming in agony because you basically put an arrow through both legs.
Uncle! That makes it...
That ends the goblin's turn.
Talia's turn.
No. Big guy.
Top of the order. Okay. Well, kaboom, the explosion. Huh? The goblin runs away. The attention of the ogre is still up there. He sees him running away, and he sees the arrow take him. And the ogre, when he sees the goblin drop, screams, just this hellish kind of bellow. Guttural, yeah, and his eyes roll back in his head, and he takes one free hand, and he reaches over, and he attempts to grab Adar. Adar, does a 16 beat your armor class?
No.
It doesn't. Okay. So he does not grapple you. He doesn't get his hand on you. You dodge out of the way, and the overhand comes in with that great axe at Tahlia.
Yay.
Will an 18 hit you, Tahlia?
Yes. Whoa, this is going to hurt.
Trouble!
Hugor's at 2 hit points right now. I didn't bring that up earlier, but
Hey, why are you mitigating, Steve?
because I can edit that out.
Well, you don't need to now, man. It's funny. Okay, so we're looking at 12 points.
Too bad.
12 points of slashing.
It's nice to have a fighter, isn't it?
I don't know. Last time I played a fighter, I got hit once and died.
That's true.
Okay. Now, from there, he turns and yells something in a language you do not understand, but it sounds like he's yelling for the goblin or whatever. But it's not like a dada thing. It's more of a I'm enraged. You guys killed my lover.
It's not an ogre, because I can speak ogre.
Yeah, but it's not in ogre.
Can I speak as a giant? I can also do dwarven script, but of course
Do you write something in Dwarven quickly and show it to him?
that only is acceptable if he has a speech bubble above his head.
Oh, okay. Okay. No, it doesn't happen. That ends the ogre's turn.
My
Next.
turn, Tahlia. Okay. I am going to either do one of two things. Let me look something up.
Glad you're looking that shit up now, Tahlia.
I looked it up.
I'm glad you didn't have time to look it up with my ranting.
Alright. No, I had to plot this out right.
It's okay, we can edit it out.
This could be the inside fucking joke now, huh?
So, for my bonus action, I am going to use my second wind.
Okay, bonus actions go off after standard actions?
Alright.
I believe there's an order with that.
Oh, alright. So,
I believe the children are our future.
No,
Teach them well.
No, I
Let them lead the way.
believe there is like a method to this.
That was my understanding as well.
Yeah, the standard
Okay.
action, and then that's why it's a bonus.
okay. Well, okay, then my action, I'm going to attack.
Mm-hmm.
So,
The ogre.
The ogre.
Okay.
And I miss.
Okay.
So then I'm going to use my action surge.
What?
My
try
action
that.
action surge
Okay.
for another attack.
All right.
Does a 14 hit? No, probably not.
A 14 does not hit.
Okay, now as my bonus action, I am going to use a second wind for 8 points of healing.
Better than a shot to the face of the great axe.
That's for sure.
I bet you I'm going to be loud as fuck on your recording, Sean.
Probably.
Yeah, because I'm right over it.
And that will end my turn.
All right, next.
Hugor.
Hugor just took a giant blast from this coin purse of death.
Yeah.
Hugor's fireball that he had cocked back in his hand kind of just fizzles. He's literally staggering. Just took a bunch of coins in his face, kind of looks over and goes,
Well, the coins are shredded. That's the thing. Yeah.
Sees the guy pinned to the ground and goes, "You." Hand comes up and he casts sleep.
Okay.
What's the radius on that?
It's 90 feet.
No, he can. It's targeted on someone, but it affects hostiles. It will not. It will not reach the ogre, but it will be centered, of course, on the goblin.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't even need to roll, Hugor. You throw your hand up and say "sleep," and he goes and goes face down.
I move over to him, pick his head up, now put my rapier to his throat and yell.
Okay.
Put it down!
Yelling to the ogre. You're
Yes.
yelling that. Okay.
In common. Put it down!
Go ahead and move your figure over to where he is, where the goblin is. The ogre turns to you, sees what you're doing, and cocks back as if he's going to throw the great axe at you. But it's not his turn. That's what you see.
Okay.
But you do cast a sleep spell. You did that action. You don't... I'm not going to let you just coup de grace him this turn, okay? But like next turn if you want to, you got it.
No, think human shield in this action. Like I said, I
Okay.
picked him up and said, hey.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, if I got an axe coming in, the first thing I'm doing is being like, bloop, you're in
Right.
front of me.
I do want to remind, what gods does Hugor follow?
Hugor doesn't follow a god.
He's
Okay.
false. Or
Okay.
faithless.
Faithless. Okay.
He's one of the faithless.
So, all right. Long story short, there was some kind of divine presence that rationalism, science, something popped into your head that goes, I really hope that ogre doesn't realize that I'm threatening to slit the goblin's throat with a piercing weapon. You have a needle.
Yes.
Right, and you're like, I'll slit his throat! But the ogre's so enraged and dumb, he doesn't know this. But you catch on. Nobody else does.
Good.
But you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, hold on. I
And
need to rethink.
maybe instead of like that, you pull it
Pull
back
it back
a little
and kind
bit.
of put the
right,
tip in. Yep.
Right.
Just the tip, baby. Just the tip.
Just the tip. And we're moving forward. Who's on?
It would be me.
Yep.
Adar of the Hill People
Adar is going to attempt once more.
to not give himself a hernia.
Yeah.
You're in melee with him, right? And you're attempting to inflict wounds.
I am attempting to inflict wounds.
Okay.
However, this time, before you say anything about 2 hit, can I hit, whatever hit, I am using my Channel Divinity, which gives me a +10 to hit. So I hit an AC of 21.
Okay.
I'm sorry, 25.
Okay. For how much damage? I see 15 there. It's 2d10.
Yeah, that's 19, 20, 22, 23.
Oh,
24 points of damage.
Is there other dice there?
There's a 9 there.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that. I'm sorry. How much was it?
24 points of necrotic damage.
24 necrotic. He bellows in agony as you basically brand him with your hand, like on his kneecap, and you go through the skin and you hit bone.
Hell
It's like,
yeah.
you know, one of those numbers whenever you do that. Is that the only thing that you're going to do?
No. I'm going to do my bonus action here. I'm going to do my Bolt of Inspiration attack as well with my Warhammer. That one did not hit.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Next.
It is.
Brighed.
Yes.
Brighed is going to, well, seeing that Hugor's got the Gabo under control, Brighed is shifting focus to the ogre, and since I already just got creamed with all of this
I'm sorry.
shrapnel, I'm already down. I just figure I'm down on a knee, so I'm going to just pivot and take a beat on the ogre. I'm going to use my superiority die and shoot an arrow at the ogre.
Okay. And what is your intention?
My